you would think of the shortstop as the nowadays glamour
Starting
position.
pitcher, maybe.
Starting pitcher. I mean, like nowadays, maybe center fielder with how guys like
Sure.
Pete Crow Armstrong are coming on.
Oh, you
as
would.
a Cubs fan.
Oh, you would.
I had
Come
to. I'm
on.
sorry, but I feel like in hockey more than anything, the goal scoring is the number one thing that comes to mind. Goalies in hockey, and we'll talk to Proust and Menard here later in the show. They're kind of like black sheep in all honesty. They're weird. And it's not necessarily that these two guys are weird, but you do have to be a little bit wired differently to want 8 ounces of vulcanized rubber being shot at you continuously for 60 minutes in a game. It's odd in that end, but listen, if there is not necessarily the easiest position to go pro in hockey, it's probably a goalie because, number one, playing that position is very expensive, and number two, if you're really good at it, there's a lot of money to be made in it.
Gotcha.
But
interesting.
Pads in general are very expensive,
Sure.
and helmets customized, all that kind of thing. So, in all honesty, I would say the glamour position in hockey is the forward, or more specifically the center. That's the position that you're not a hockey guy, but you've heard of names like Nathan McKinnon, Connor McDavid, those guys. Sidney
I missed
Crosby.
my chance to see McDavid.
Where were you at?
I
you
was
in Vegas?
I was in Vegas for the Crown. I went to a Knights game, and the Oilers were in town.
Okay.
McDavid was out with his injury. He came back the next week.
Oh, okay.
So I saw Draisaitl play.
So
and Edmonton won, but
it's odd. So a good family friend of mine who played for the Stars, his name's Paul Cotter. He plays for the New Jersey Devils.
Okay.
He used to play for the Stars back here in 2017-18. He was on the Golden Knights at one point, it was right after the pandemic, so 21-22, right after I graduated high school. And we went to Vegas to go see him play. He got sent down to the American Hockey League the day before that we got there, which is the AAA version of the NHL. Still, they were playing the Oilers, and it was that team. It was McDavid and those guys. It was the year before the Golden Knights won the Cup. But like watching, not necessarily. I've seen LeBron James play basketball in person before. I saw him play the Nuggets when I was maybe 13 years old. I would equate it to just watching a guy who was just miles ahead of anything else that you've ever seen somebody play the sport. Like when he has the puck, you just watch. Like it's must-see television in that sense. And honestly, you kind of see that at sometimes in this USHL league too. Specifically, you think of guys that have came through the league. Like we've talked here with Rocky a couple of times about Macklin Celebrini, who was on the San Jose Sharks, who spent a year with the Chicago Steel and potted 40-plus goals at the age of 16. Of course, we have a guy on the Stars named Alex Pelletier who's got 31 goals this season, leads the league in that department. But just watching those guys who whenever they have the puck in their hands or on their stick, that something is good is going to happen. It's like it's just equated to like you're watching Michael Jordan with the ball in like the final 30 seconds of a game. Something's good's going to happen. You give Tom Brady the ball with less than a minute left and he's down by 3. You know that you're going to go down there and get points.
Chase B on our Starter Heyman Jewelers text line. What's the better sound in Alex hockey, the ping of the post or the slap of the puck?
Ooh, that's a good question. To me, so we're talking the slap of the puck or the ping of the post. I think it's the post because at least I think in my personal great opinion, there's nothing of a prettier sound, and we can talk to Proust and Menard about this because they're goaltenders and they'll have the exact opposite agreement of what I say. There's nothing better than a bar down goal where you hear it cling the iron, it goes down on the goal line, then it flops into the back of the net. That by far, that is the number one sound in hockey. Again, if
Thomas and Lincoln agrees. He says it's the ping.
Yeah, it's 100% the ping. 402-464-5685 is our text line and hotline, by the way.
Is that how similar is it to a doink in football?
Doinks are usually seen as a bad thing in football more than anything.
You can doink in too.
Yeah, but it's more obvious. It's more usual that you doink out. And that's the same thing with hockey as well, I guess. Because you can hit 3 posts, you can hit crossbar, you can hit right post, you can hit left post.
Same thing with football. You got
yeah. It's just in hockey, it's just an inverted goalpost. It's just the top and then the cross sides. But yeah, I feel like in football, it's not like an enjoyable thing to watch the football go post and in. In hockey, that's every goal scorer's dream. Is you want to go bar down. That's the number one thing that you want to do if you're a goal scorer. It's odd.
Why is that?
Some people and some forwards, not saying that I think of this way, some people think of it as kind of a rub it into a goaltender because the shot beats them. the shot beats them, and then the shot's so good to the point where it hits the crossbar, bounces down and into the back of the net. So it's kind of an insult to injury kind of thing. It's like not necessarily like a
I put it right exactly where I wanted it, and there's nothing you could do about it,
like
sort
that
of thing.
like that kind of thing. Like
But see, to me, that would be just get it in the corner where they can't reach, or go 5 goal.
Well, any goal is a good goal.
Well, yeah.
Any goal is a good goal. A goal scorer will tell you that. But like, there's just something better where you can watch your clip back and you can hear an automatic just a ping of the crossbar, or even the post in general. Like if you go posting in, you're going to be happy with that. But like bar down is such, they call it a bar down goal. It's such a famous phrase that there's podcasts in Canada that get 1 million listeners that are literally just called bar down.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Chase B says, I don't know. There's something about hearing the slap of the puck, then all of a sudden the red light goes on. That's something that I would love to hear more in hockey, just to figure out like who makes the best contact, right? You think about like for me, from the baseball perspective, I know it's not the same.
Uh-huh.
But like those guys that barreled up, the guys that it just jumps off their bat different, just sounds different. Like I'm all for the pop of a mitt in baseball.
Yeah.
But there's just something about the crack of the bat.
Yeah,
You know, in
like-
hockey, to figure out who those guys are that square the puck up the best, that get the best velocity. Maybe it's the ones that, take the biggest rips, that swing the hardest, or the ones that are just so quick with it and just know where the puck is in relation to their stick at all times.
Exactly. And that's something I kind of want to see. They do it in the NHL All-Star festivities whenever they roll that around. They do a hardest slap shot competition. In baseball, there's no like hardest exit velo competition. Like you have the home run derby, which of course is must-watch programming every season or in every All-Star, break when they do it. I wish that you could get like an exit velo competition. Like if you just put Shohei Ohtani out there.
Well, in Japan, they have a bunting competition.
Yeah.
You got the whole targets set up, and you got to get in the middle of the target.
I'd pay good money to
I'm
watch.
here for it, man.
I just don't think anybody in Major League Baseball would be good at it anymore.
That's why it'd be so fun.
Yeah. It'd be funny if you just put the sluggers out there to specifically do that. That'd be funny. But on that point, quick Google search. I just want you to guess what has been the fastest recorded slap shot in hockey history.
Oh gosh. Can I get like the average?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Like the average speed of like a legitimate shot on goal. Because I don't even know where to start. I would guess it's like a tenniser, faster than I might think.
Average shot speed it usually varies, but shots average in terms of slap shots from anywhere between 85 to 96 miles per hour.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't going to be too far off.
No.
110, 115.
So the hardest NHL slap shot of all time was set by a guy who played for the Boston Bruins, just had his number retired, Zdeno Chara, 7 foot European kid.
A 7-footer in hockey?
He's a behemoth, by the way.
What in the world?
He shot in the 2012 All-Star game or All-Star festivities, 108.8 miles per hour.
Oh,
in the American Hockey League, which is the quote unquote AAA of hockey. Martin Ferk, who played a couple of years with the Detroit Red Wings and Los Angeles Kings, he still plays in the American League now. He hit 109.2 miles per hour in the AHL. However, the world record, quote unquote, held by Guinness was set in the KHL, which is a Russian professional league, was set by
Kamchatka Hockey League.
Sure. It was set by Alexander I gotta pronounce this. Riazantsev. So I think
you say that Fern.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. He holds the KHL record at 114.128 miles per hour.
Snapping it off.
So that's also with like a 2-step windup, in those as well. Point being, you don't want to stand in front of those. And you're not a big hockey person, but I'm hoping you know who Alexander Ovechkin is.
Yes, I know who
the greatest
Alexander
goal
Ovechkin
scorer of all time.
Yes.
He has scored 75% of his career goals from one specific spot on the ice, across ice, far side circle during a power play.
Is he the greatest goal scorer of all time, or just the guy with the most goals scored of all time?
He's played in a league where it's harder to score goals than Gretzky did.
Okay.
In Gretzky's
like how deep is Ovi's bag, I guess is what I'm asking.
When he first got here, when he first got in the NHL, miles ahead of where. How old was he when he got here? He was an export from Russia. And
I'm not trying to knock him. Like, I know we have a Caps fan sitting in back, and I have Caps fans in my family. So I'm not trying to disrespect him. I'm just trying to learn about the game of hockey. Like, is Ovi a guy that's like a magician with the stick, or just really good at like, set him up here and it's just going in?
They call him the Great Eight. That's his nickname. So he was 18 years old when he got drafted by the Capitals in 2004. Point being, though, he doesn't need to do all that flashy stuff. It's like it's like Curry. Like, okay, I'm going to beat you by shooting threes. Try to stop me. Or LeBron. Like, I'm going to get downhill. Try to stop me. That kind of thing. It's just not necessarily like a bad
Hockey's
thing.
SGA.
Sure, not like but he doesn't get like automatic penalty shots every time he touches the basketball. But that's also, I think he's the greatest goal scorer of all time because he's scored goals in a league that's harder to score goals in than Gretzky did. And that's, again, Gretzky's the greatest hockey player of all time. I'm not going to get that away. He's he is the GOAT of GOATs when it comes to in their sport because nobody will ever, you could take away Gretzky's goals and he'd still be the all-time point leader in the NHL.
Yeah.
Like that's how good he was.
Keith Tenney says Ovi's bag is Santa Claus deep. That's good. I like that. What makes it harder to score goals in this NHL?
Goalies are so much better nowadays. The technology,
not rule changes or anything.
The technology is better nowadays too. The sticks, you're back in the day you were playing with just fortified wood sticks, which again Gretzky
saw this off the tram and way to the arena.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Nowadays they're made out of carbon fiber. Like they break a little easier now, I think, than they used to. Again, they also cost like $300 nowadays. Whew. But I think, in all honesty, the main thing that makes today's game in terms of goaltending harder and or goal scoring harder is it's just so much faster nowadays. Like you, Connor McDavid, like that guy. Fastest skater that this league has ever seen in terms of just with the puck on his stick. Maybe not streamline speed.
Okay.
But just in terms of being able with the hand-eye coordination to skate circles around everybody. And goalies are so much better nowadays too. Like, I mean, back in the late 80s, early 90s, early 2000s, which again, we'll get to a trivia question. We're giving away some tickets here at some point in the show as well. There were guys that played that goaltending position. You think of guys like Dominik Hasek, who won a couple of Stanley Cups. Mike Richter has an award named after him in the college hockey ranks now. But then you shift to not necessarily current, but 21st century goaltenders. You think of guys like Marc-Andre Fleury is the number one guy over the past 20 years who is going to be an NHL Hall of Famer one day. And he played Ovechkin every season because they were in the same conference. And how many goals did Fleury allow Ovechkin to score? I'm not sure in that sense. I'm going to look that up real quick. But I'm just trying to, off the top of my head, Ovechkin scored 28 goals against Marc-Andre Fleury in 47 games. And he's the greatest goal scorer of all time. Ovechkin is, who now has over 895 goals now in his career.
The man is a bucket.
Yeah, and he's
basketball part.
He's born in 85, so what that would make him 41.
One going on 42.
Yeah. And
okay, we get this from Thomas and Lincoln. You only get to take one: Sidney Crosby or Alex Ovechkin. Start your team with.
Are we talking now? Or are we talking primes?
Look at their career. Look at their prime. I guess I don't know. Crosby,
because he's a center. He can win faceoffs. He's a good defender in that sense. That's who I would choose. The better question, in all honesty, would probably be what former Stars NHLer would I choose to start my team with. I asked Rocky this question last week about what player from the Stars that you would want on this team. He said Noah Laba, of course, because he coached him here in Lincoln before he made his way to the New York Rangers.
Sure.
My choice would probably be David Backes because he played 15 plus NHL seasons, was the captain for the Blues, played for the Ducks for a long time as well. Also just a physical force in that sense. But again,
you can't go wrong.
No, the world of college, not even the world of college hockey, but just the world of hockey in general. You're getting that kind of changing of the guard. You're seeing Crosby and Ovechkin start to not necessarily slow down, but guys like Macklin Celebrini, Connor McDavid, who has been in the league for going on 10 years now, but he joined the league when he was 18 years old. So he's still in his physical prime, quote unquote. Even guys like Mitch Marner with the Vegas Golden Knights, Jack Eichel to a lesser extent because he's been in the league forever, Tage Thompson. You're seeing the old guard of the physical brand of hockey start to go out, and you're seeing the high-flying skills position start to come in, which is also just kind of a thing as to why I like our league in the USHL so much, is because most of those guys in the USHL are still playing that, not necessarily, I'll say it, they're playing a North American style of hockey, which is built on body blows, contact, developing plays north to south rather than east to west, whether that's European as well as going just high flying, that kind of thing.
That's an underrated hockey sound to me as a novice, is when you get guys colliding into the glass. Oh my gosh. You go to you go to a boxing match and then some hockey breaks out from time to time. Like
Yeah.
I'm not one for like the brawls and everything. I can take or
We've
leave
had a
those. Like I
couple of
get they
those.
have their point, but man, there's just something about like a full speed collision into the boards legally, right?
Yeah.
Not a blind side, not anything to the head, but
Mhm.
guy's going for the puck. He's going to clear it around the back, and then bam.
Yeah, it's something that you see more often in the league that we call that I broadcast in the USHL with the Stars more than anything else is they also I'm not sure if you're aware of this. I might have said it like on the first show that we did when I got here. You're not allowed to really fight in college hockey. You're not
Yeah,
allowed
it's
to.
lame. I get it, but come on.
So funnily enough, we say that there was actually one in Hockey East a couple of days ago.
Oh.
It was Boston University's Sasha Boisvert, who was a first round pick of the Chicago Blackhawks a year or two ago, transferred from North Dakota to Boston University. Him and the guy that he get fought with got suspended 2 games for the fight.
Whew.
And
was
conversely,
it at least worth the 2-game suspension?
it's illegal in college hockey, so yes, legit. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it's against the rules, I guess. But in that sense as well, like in hockey in general, I feel like that's always been the spirit. Like to the novice fan, like somebody like you, no offense, or somebody that
No,
doesn't watch the
none
sport
taken.
much.
Yeah.
The main thing that you know about hockey is that they're allowed to fight in it. Like you're not familiar with icing or like the rules on that kind of thing. You know that you're allowed to fight in the sport, which has been how a lot of teams have sold tickets in the past. And like, what's the old saying? Like I went to a boxing match and a hockey game broke out, like you said earlier, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's something you see now often. And we've had our fair share of scraps so far this season. Brady Sloper's gotten 3, Griffin Brown's gotten 1, or he's gotten in 2 now actually. Brady Cunningham's gotten in 1. We haven't had any forwards get into scraps yet, but that's besides the point. There was a goalie fight in the NHL last night.
Oh, let's go.
There was Sergei Bobrovsky and Alex Nedeljkovic of the Sharks and Florida Panthers, which is odd because the goalies are on the opposite sides of the ice. Those teams are on the opposite sides of the country.
Right.
And they somehow, some way found themselves to be angry enough to find themselves into getting into a brawl.
The other thing that I need to watch more hockey to wrap my brain around this, but coming from the basketball, football mindset of things,
Mm-hmm.
it's always blown my mind that to, start transition or to go the other way, right? You get wide instead of middle. Like basketball, it's middle, and then you spray out.
It's because
as
everything's
opposed to hockey and soccer where you get it wide, right? Stretch the defense out east west, and then you get back to the middle.
Yep.
You're scoring.
It's because they clog and again, this is why it's so hard to score in hockey nowadays, is because coaches and teams are so good at clogging up the middle of the ice because that's how everybody wants to play. Is they want to play north to south. Nobody really wants to play east to west because there's inhibitors there. There's boards on each side of you, which it's something that at points that the Stars specifically, and I don't want to speak for the team in that sense, but of course it's no secret that if you're listening to the show, you're probably a fan of the team and you notice that we've been on a little bit of a skid lately. Something that we've been struggling with a little bit has been kind of those middle of the ice plays, trying to get into the offensive side of the ice and scoring goals. But more than anything right now, teams are so good at covering up the center of the ice. And I don't know how to equate that to like anything. Remember that like 2 deep safety, like the scramble that there was like a couple of years ago in the NFL. It's kind of like that where like it's just kind of a nagging thorn in everybody's side nowadays. But I think more than anything now, teams are just so good at doing that. And eventually everything corrects itself. Eventually people are going to figure out a way to do it. And then the game's going to have to evolve. That's just how the sport's been going for 100 and some years.
Right.
But
like NFL teams where you learned how to run the ball.
Yep. And you see it now. Like the Rams made it to the NFC Championship with a 3 tight end set.
Yeah.
You don't see that anymore.
No.
Anyway.
Is there a hockey equivalent of running 3 tight ends?
I mean, it depends on what like bully ball. Is that what you're kind of emphasizing?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, in hockey, there's lines. So you have your first line, which is usually your prototypical scoring line. So for us, that's usually Alex Pelletier, Kate Kohanski, Lane Loomer. Of course, Pelletier 31 goals. Loomer's got a multitude of assists this season. Kohanski's one of our best centermen. And then our fourth line is usually where our heavy hitters usually are. That's guys like Brady Kaderna. At points this season, it's been Will Corton, Jackson Rude. Usually guys that are well built and they're going to beat you up and then take the puck from you and then go back up ice and then get the other guys on the ice so they can go out there and score.
Gotcha.
So I wouldn't say that there's necessarily like a personnel thing. It's just a matter of the guys that you have out on the ice for that situation.
Fair enough.
But again, that's also just it's hard to explain like the way
It's
that
just so unique. It's its own thing.
it's because like in basketball you have a rotation, like
Yeah.
which
Oh, yeah.
to more of an extent in hockey you have a rotation. You dress 12 forwards, usually or 7 defensemen and 2 goaltenders is usually what
Mhm.
you do. And in basketball you have your 5 and then you usually have 3 or 4 other guys that you rotate in as pieces. And in hockey it's each line specific, so 3 forwards plus 2 defensemen are out there to do usually one specific thing. Your first
Sure.
line is usually out there to score. This is in college hockey more than anything now, because in junior hockey, at least I've realized that scoring is more kind of spread out at points throughout the league. In college hockey, each line is thrown out there to do one specific thing. You have your usual grease line. Like in St. Cloud State, where I went to college, we had our plumbers because they clocked in from 9 to 5 and they did the dirty work, is what I called them on our broadcast. And you have your scoring line, which is your top line. Your middle 2 are out there to do both of those things. And that's just kind of how it's all worked throughout all levels of hockey. And I feel like that's been something that's been pretty consistent at points this season, or rather just throughout the sports of all evolution as well.
I get you.
Got me in the middle of a sip of coffee.
My bad.
Sorry.
That's on me.
No,
That's
you're
on
good.
me.
We're going to go ahead and take a bit of a break. When we come back, 2 very special guests. We'll have Charles Menard and Will Prowse on 93.7 The Ticket.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Just got the brakes fixed on my car today.
You did? You haven't even left the office.
I didn't need to. I got a guy who picks up my car and drops it off when it's done.
Well, who's your guy?
Graham Tire. They have pickup and delivery service at all 5 of their Lincoln locations.
Schedule your service online on the Pickup and Delivery tab at GrahamTireLincoln.com. That's GrahamTireLincoln.com. Let us do the running. Some limitations apply. See store for details.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details. You take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
Mike, I've been thinking, our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
At Anderson Ford, we have commission-free guides who are paid to give you a great experience, not make a sale, so you can choose the best vehicle for you. Right now at Anderson Ford, lease a 2025 Ford Escape for $222 per month. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 4003618. Lease for $222 per month for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 5,000 plus first payment due at signing. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 2226.
Let's fly. Your next trip starts at Lincoln Airport with American Airlines. Now flying nonstop service to Dallas, Fort Worth, and Chicago. American Airlines connects Lincoln to major hubs and destinations around the globe. Wherever you're headed, LNK gets you there with new nonstop flights on American Airlines.
Now boarding.
Convenient, fast, and stress-free. Book your next flight at LincolnAirport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Intermission is over. Get back on the ice with Outside the Box on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Rocky Russo and Alex Spur.
93.7 The Ticket at theticketfm.com. Outside the box here in downtown Lincoln. It's a little bit colder as of late than it was at this point last week, but that's besides the point. Fellas, we got Will Prowse, we got Chuck Menard, we got the goalie tandem in here on the show today. Chuck had been asking for this for the past 3 or 4 weeks, by the way, but he finally got his wish. How are we doing today, fellas?
We're doing great. How are you?
I'm all right. Will, how are you doing?
We're awesome, yeah.
Good. We're giving away tickets in the second half of the show. We will exit the first segment with a trivia question. First person to text in the correct answer will get 4 tickets to a Stars game, and it will be to this Saturday's contest against the Omaha Lanterns. It's our Aubrey Brown Club night. It's a great kind of local organization that helps kids through the loss of children in general, and it's a great organization. Of course, one of our players, Griffin Brown, who we had on the show last week, and his dad Curtis, of course, and Amy, his wife, started the foundation. It's a great cause. We'll be wearing special jerseys that'll be auctioned off after the game on Saturday, and tomorrow we've got a fundraiser happening at the Raising Cane's on Cornhusker Highway. If you mention the Aubrey Brown Club at your checkout, 15% of the funds on that sale will go towards the Aubrey Brown Club. So it'll be a good time this Saturday for a good cause in that sense. But fellas, coming into this weekend, it's another 3-3. We've had 2 of these in the last 2 weeks. It's been some tough sledding as of late for the Stars, but still, right in the thick of it in the Western Conference, 4th place as it comes in, and the team right in front of you in 3rd place, Sioux City. We play twice this week, and then of course we see them again next week. So 3 of our next 5 games are against that same club. What's the mindset of the team heading into this weekend?
I mean, we got another 3 big games.
Mm-hmm.
They're all chasing us, or we're chasing them, so that'll be big. And these Sioux City games are always high intensity games and super fun. So the Aubrey Brown will be fun with them, and yeah.
Yeah, and we got, of course, Omaha sandwiched in between the 2 Sioux City games as well, which is a bit of an odd scheduling quirk, might I add. But it's Friday in Sioux City, at home Saturday, then at Sioux City again on Sunday. But that's, I'm not going to complain about it. I kind of got here after the schedule was figured out, so I came in a little late. Chuck, as a person, that came into the league, or rather not came into the league, but came into the team, not necessarily later than everybody else, but of course you're required in an early season trade with Sioux Falls now coming to Lincoln. When you got to the Stars, was there kind of anything, in terms of a big difference in terms of philosophies? I know goaltending is kind of odd in the situation that it's in because, head coaches and coaching staff usually work more with the defensemen and forwards than anything else. And you guys, of course, with a really good relationship with our associate head coach, Art, who also duels as one of our duels as our goaltending coach. Has there been anything different that you guys, or rather that you have noticed, Chuck, since you came to Lincoln and now, and of course, you've been here with the better part of the season?
I think I'm just really happy with staff as a whole, and Art. He's an unbelievable goalie coach. Obviously, he played pro in the ECHL and played in Sioux Falls.
Mm-hmm.
So he's unbelievable working with us day in, day out, always there to talk to. He's just someone who really likes to take a step back, think about the game, and sort of he's able to help you calm your emotions, calm down in big, tense situations. So extremely helpful.
And talking about Sioux City, you got your first USHL win against that club all the way back in the early parts of the season. I don't know if we talked to you since that game. I don't remember.
Yes, not since the Fargo game though.
Okay, so that was your
one.
first shutout, wasn't
That
it?
was,
The
yeah.
3-0 game. Take me through just that stretch of play that you had at the beginning. You get that win against Sioux City, a couple of big saves for you in that one. Then you get that shutout against Fargo as well.
It's interesting. I think that's exactly that time period is what our team needs to get back to. From a sense, we've kind of faded away in a sense of being able to have our process and our results be positive for us. But I think through that stretch, everyone was playing good hockey. We were all connected on a page. That's what really elevated everyone to, as through a team and individually, be very successful.
Will, you've been with the team now for 1+ years, of course, on the team last year that won the Anderson Cup. Has there kind of been any adversity this season that you guys didn't face last season, or what do you feel like has been kind of the difference between, of course, getting a lot of success last year to jumping in this, facing a little bit more of that adversity this year?
Yeah, last year was a pretty special year. I mean, we didn't really go through that much. I mean, we were upset.
You lost 14 games.
Yeah, we were upset with like a 3-game losing streak or whatever. I mean, just with how the team is built and all the returners and everything, it's pretty hard to compare seasons. I feel like this year's kind of more of a normal junior hockey year. You go through highs and lows depending on how your schedule is or just how the boys are doing. And so, I mean, yeah, we've had a few big moments this year, but I feel like if we get back onto it, we'll be good.
What's been your favorite moment of this season so far?
That first sweep in Waterloo was super fun.
When we were 1-6 going into that.
Yeah.
It was Chuck's first series with the Stars.
Yeah, and we picked up Jakob Prusek, and he bet the boys he'd shave his head if we swept.
Yeah.
And we went into Waterloo and swept them, and that was a pretty awesome weekend.
And then the week after that, he scored the game-winning goal against Tri-City and took off the helmet. That's one of my favorite moments of the season. That wasn't the same game because that was the Sioux City game where you came out of the crease with the puck in your blocker and were showing it to the frat kids.
That game was Sioux Falls. The game Bruce Lee took his bucket off
Was Tri-City.
Tri-City, yeah.
That's funny. Is your favorite moment the save and then the blocker showing, or what's your? I know it's hard. It's probably easy to say shutout for you, but
not necessarily the shutout as a whole. But I just think anytime you win a hockey game, there's the vibe in the locker room and the aura around the team is so incredible, and it's always awesome. Like just winning in general, there's nothing beats it. Day in, day out, you win a small teams game during practice. It's a good feeling. Gets you in a good mood for the rest of the day. So.
Yeah, and you got some new pads recently too as well. You both got new pads, quote unquote, recently since the last time we talked to both of you. The Chucks were a little later. You got a new helmet since the last time we were on the show. We had a special about that on our YouTube channel, Lincoln Stars. If you want to check that out, you talked about his sick goalie helmet. It's cool. Chuck's still rocking the white bucket. Looks like it'll stay consistent like that for a while.
We'll see. We'll see when the one gets painted, but
Yeah. Has there been kind of any main thing that you've taken so far from your guys' junior hockey career? Of course, you had a bit of an odd situation to get to Lincoln. You came here with training camp last year. You weren't expecting to, not that you weren't expecting to make the roster, but you had all of your stuff made for going back to Holderness, and of course now you're in your second year with the Stars. Has there been anything kind of like that you've kind of really enjoyed in your year plus of junior hockey, or just something that you've taken from this journey through your hockey career?
I just like Lincoln is such an amazing spot. My billets are a huge part of it. They're amazing. They are my second family, and so they make everything easier just at home and everything. And then I don't know, I mean, going to football games or volleyball games, like there's just so much to do here. You can't really ever say you're bored in Lincoln. Which is super nice, and I just think it makes the whole experience a lot better.
I know it's hard, but have you gotten a chance to check out a basketball game in your time here yet? Because they're seventh in the country now. There's just something new and exciting.
Last year I went with my billet dad when they played Ohio State.
Okay.
And it was a sweet game. It was super close. And then, I mean, I've been trying. I was looking at tickets. They have a weird schedule too, but
They're home tomorrow.
Now they're doing sick, but the tickets are so expensive.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword in that sense.
I love Pinnacle though. That place is amazing.
That place rocks.
Speaking of sports, good to see your Broncos won. That was
Yeah, they did win, and then our quarterback's ankle exploded.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate.
new game was starting up in Fargo. It was like going into overtime.
Our
or
game
something.
started when the Broncos game was going to overtime.
Yeah, it was
So I'm
hilarious.
like getting ready to go on for pregame. Chuck's sitting by me, like right before you guys had it on the ice or something, and he's getting ready to do the chart. And I like the game starts in overtime, and I just immediately I'm like, this is like not that I don't enjoy my job or anything, but like it's the Broncos haven't been in the playoffs since I was 12 years old, and that was back in 2015 when they won the Super Bowl. So like, and you're a Colorado person.
Yeah.
I know you're not a Broncos fan, but you're you have an odd situation with your fandom. I'm trying to remember.
Detroit Lions.
Yeah, you're a Lions
right?
fan because your dad grew up in Detroit. You told me that. So funny how that works. Are you just not are you a football guy at all? Or you're a Packer?
Packers.
How do you
Packers.
become a Packer fan living in Fairbanks, Alaska?
I think it was my uncle. He was from Milwaukee, and he's got all the sports memorabilia of Packer stuff. So you get roped into it a little bit.
What time do NFL like games start back home for you?
Between 6 and 9 a.m. they'll get going.
Oh my lord.
Or yeah, like 6 a.m. if they do an overseas game. And
Okay.
then the 9 a.m.'s noon, 3
Not-
o'clock is.
That's bonkers. Odd.
It's great for NHL playoffs.
So
It's
what you get to like get
awesome.
off school and then you get to go like watch like the 8 p.m. games or
Yeah.
something like that. Like that's
That's right. Or 9 games will start at 9 o'clock here.
Yeah.
Back home, that's 6 o'clock.
Are you
dinner time?
So what if you're a Wisconsin person? Does that make you like what's your NHL allegiance then?
I don't really like following a team. I really kind of just fell for teams when I was a kid based on the goaltending. Loved watching Jonathan Quick, loved watching Fleury, loved watching Price. So that's sort of
Well, 2 of those 3 are gone now.
right. But that's sort of how as a kid I picked my team, so to say. But now I'll just if I like a goalie, I'll watch those games. Love watching Florida, love watching Dallas.
Did you
right
see
now.
the Bobrovsky Nedeljkovic scrap the other
That
night?
was awesome.
How do you guys haven't been part of these as far as I know in terms of your history in goalie fights? How do those even start? You're 180 some feet away from each other.
Now it's like shifted. It used to just be like out of nowhere. Like if there's a scrum, the goalies would try to fight. But now it's kind of like if the goalie's going after players on the opposing team, that's when you start to see the goalies start to creep towards center ice. And Nedeljkovic was feeding some guys some punches, and Bob just went and grabbed them.
Were you in net for that Waterloo goalie got a game misconduct for
Yeah.
spearing Caderna?
I've never seen that.
Did you think about going down there for that?
No.
No.
That's such a weird. That was yeah.
It's a gamble too, right? You're skating all the way out in hopes that the other guy's thinking the same.
You gotta have
right?
like the same mindset that you don't want to get all the way because Fleury's done that a couple of times where he gets down there and then they just push him back because the other guy doesn't want to do it. And he
Right.
never got to do that, which is something that he
And for Chucky and I, we don't have the height benefit, so you gotta pick him wisely.
Krause's got the reach though.
So what you're saying is that e-bug that we had on Saturday night, that 6'4" kid from Sioux Falls probably
That'd be
would've-
ideal,
yeah, a little bit tough in that sense. That's funny. Last question before we go ahead and get to break, fellas. In your junior hockey careers, of course, you and Lincoln, and then you have spent time in the North American League, and then of course a little bit of time with Sioux Falls so far in your career. What have been your favorite memories so far of your junior careers?
I gotta say, winning the Anderson Cup.
I feel like every question that I ask about somebody from the team last year.
I
that's the
mean,
answer.
it was awesome, and we had the opportunity to win it away
In
which
Madison.
in a sense, was kind of more fun because you got that bus trip back with just the boys and everything, and that was just super cool. I mean, I probably didn't ever think I'd be in this league or in Lincoln, and for that to be my first season, that was pretty special.
And it'll be the last time you ever play in that rink.
Yeah, I know.
Unless we meet them in the playoffs.
Thank goodness that place. was
Not a big
better.
fan of Bob Suter's Legacy
It's
Arena.
freezing.
Chuck, you got a favorite?
I'll piggyback back off Prowse's a little bit here. The Alaska 49 Cup. In Alaska, there's the 3-and-all teams compete. Whoever has the most points between the 3 playing each other at the end of the year gets a propeller from an engine in the plane, an Alaska plane, and it carved out. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
So we beat Kenai to secure that last weekend of the year. Actually,
Is that the Brown Bears?
Brown Bears,
Yes.
Kenai Brown Bears. So yeah, that was pretty sweet. I think playing in the Dipper too is something else. Not a lot to do in Fairbanks, Alaska. So when there's a Null game on, it gets really rowdy and everyone there's really passionate.
I wish that they did more like those quirky trophies. Like I'm a big fan of like those kinds of things. Like you just mentioned, like the propeller.
Yeah.
Like the Pop-Tarts Bowl in college football has just a giant Pop-Tart that you get to eat. We're gonna go ahead and take a break, but before that, we're gonna go ahead and give away our trivia question. Again, 4 tickets to a Lincoln Stars game and of course 4 meal vouchers. So it's a family 4-pack that we're giving away here tonight. Curtis Brown, the one of the founders of the Aubrey Brown Club, made his NHL debut on May 3rd, 1995. Who did he score his first NHL goal on? Again, Curtis Brown scored his first NHL goal on what goaltender? We'll give you the answer after this on 93.7 The Ticket.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Make your next event unforgettable with Grazing Gouda, your local artists and experts in charcuterie and grazed tables. From boardrooms to ballrooms, they turn gatherings into experiences with stunning spreads of artesian cheeses, cured meats, fresh fruits, and gourmet bites. Perfect for corporate luncheons, weddings, parties, or any celebration that deserves a wow moment. They handle the details, you take the compliments. Book your graze table today at GrazingGouda.com. Grazing Gouda, because every event deserves to be savored.
All right, fellas, it's January. You're setting goals, you're hitting the gym, but have you checked what's going on inside the engine? At Advanced Medical Imaging, the Wellness Within program makes it easy. They have different levels of preventive scans so you can choose exactly what fits your health goals. From quick baseline checks to full body insights. It's simple, it's smart, and it's all about keeping you in top form before problems ever sneak up. And the best part, you don't need a doctor's order. Just call AMI to schedule and make this the year you put your health on the schedule.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Husker Nation, the countdown is on for the biggest women's basketball event of the year, PAC PBA, coming up January 24th. This year, we're heating things up with the Big Red Beach Party. Watch your Huskers take on Big Ten opponent Illinois, decked out in your best tropical gear, with a specialty tropical drink in hand, all inside Pinnacle Bank Arena. PAC PBA is your tropical getaway right here in Lincoln. Get your tickets today at huskers.com/packpba.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had roofing service company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Let's fly. Your next trip starts at Lincoln Airport with American Airlines, now flying nonstop service to Dallas, Fort Worth, and Chicago. American Airlines connects Lincoln to major hubs and destinations around the globe. Wherever you're headed, LNK gets you there with new nonstop flights on American Airlines.
Now boarding.
Convenient, fast, and stress-free. Book your next flight at lincolnairport.com. LNK, make flying easy.
Intermission is over. Get back on the ice with Outside the Box on 93.7 The Ticket. Here are your hosts, Rocky Russo and Alex Spur.
Final segment here at Outside the Box on 93.7 The Ticket. Alexander Fern here with you. We got an answer on our ticket giveaway. The question was, what goaltender did current parent of Lincoln Stars defenseman Griffin Brown and former NHLer Curtis Brown, of course, what goaltender did he score his first NHL goal against? The answer and the winner of today's contest is going to be Darren Rogers, who answered first. Martin Brodeur was the answer, the NHL Hall of Famer, who was so good that they had to put a shape behind the net because of how good he was at handling the puck. Again, for those of you that aren't familiar, the trapezoid rule. Not a fun thing. I don't know. Austin has no idea what this trapezoid rule is. It's hard to explain for me, or just like as a non-goaltender. Do you guys want to take a jab at trying to explain this trapezoid? There isn't one in the USHL.
It's only in the NHL.
Yeah,
and
or IHF.
Yeah. But if the puck if you carry the puck in the trapezoid, you can't carry it out, and you can only you can't carry it out. You can't carry it out, but you can bring it in, but then you can't leave. And then if the puck is out, you can just play it as it.
I thought if it's outside, if it's below the goal line outside the trapezoid, you can't touch it.
No, you can.
Well, I got a penalty for that once.
Doing what? Where?
This was
was this at the what was the tournament called? I'm sorry.
Hlinka.
The Hlinka Gretzky Cup. Yeah.
I didn't really understand the rules, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go fire this puck up. And so I skated behind the goal line outside the trapezoid, threw the puck up, and blew the whistle. Gets past us two.
Delay a game penalty. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's another rule that you can, like, in any other sport that you can, like, say is even equivalent to it. Like in football, maybe like spiking the football in play after you get a first down because you get to delay a game penalty for that in football, like maybe that kind of thing. But in hockey, it's just goaltenders. The only reason they instituted it is because Marty Brodeur is so good at handling the puck. Do we think they're ever going to get rid of that rule? Because it's not in junior hockey. It's not in college hockey.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
It's odd in that sense. But again, the answer, Marty Brodeur, Darren Rogers. You can come and swing by 1040 O Street, pick up your Stars tickets. You get a family 4-pack. You bring those tickets to the Icebox front, or the Icebox box office. You say, hey, My name is quote unquote Darren Rogers. I won these tickets at the Stars Outside the Box show, and you get to you give you your meal vouchers. You have a great night at the Icebox. It's going to be fun. Thomas in Lincoln says the fake slider illegal kicking is kind of his idea behind what the delay game penalty would be in any other sport. The fake slide you never see though. Like, and Austin, correct me if I'm wrong. The only time that I've ever seen this like called or anything, the only reason it became a thing was because of Kenny Pickett in the college football playoff.
Yeah, he did it that one time. Well, no, it wasn't in the college football playoff. It was in the game against Michigan State.
Oh,
Peach
okay.
Bowl, I think it was. And they were on top of it very quick.
Yeah. You're just immediately getting rid of that. It's odd, but that's besides the point. One question as well before we go ahead and end the show. Is there any rule? I know you guys as goaltenders, it's hard because you guys not necessarily policed by every penalty per se, but still, is there any rule that you would change in the IIHF like hockey book? Is there like any like gray area that you would give that kind of sense?
I'll throw out a couple ideas here.
Okay.
Get rid of the shootout.
You're not a shootout guy.
Continuous. I don't know. I don't think that.
I would get rid of OT if anything.
Krause is 2 for 2 in shootouts.
Well, I just think that the sense of like almost like a skills competition.
Yeah.
Is a interesting way to end the game. I think overtime's more deserving, another.
Well, we're 1-2 in overtime this year, and we're 2-0 in shootouts, I think.
0-2 in overtime, 2-0 in shootouts.
No, we're 1-2 because
we beat
Omaha.
Yeah.
Kohanski had that overtime winner in that game.
If you score on the penalty kill, it kills the penalty.
So you think if you get
That's
a shorthanded goal, it kills the penalty?
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm just throwing out it. I'm just throwing things
that'd
out
be cool.
here.
Were you on the team? Was it last year or the year before where the Stars, I think it was against either Des Moines or Tri-City, where they scored 3 shorthanded goals in the same penalty kill? The Stars did. I don't know if it was 2 or 3 years ago, or 1 or 2 years ago.
I don't think I was here.
Okay.
We scored a bunch on the PK last year, but I don't think we scored 3 on the same one.
We're second in the USHL in shorthanded goals right
I
now.
know.
Loomer has 2 of them.
What about giving up?
Huh?
What about giving up?
Giving up? I don't know how many we've given up. I don't think we've given up a lot.
Alex, while you look that up, here's this for you guys from Casey S. What is the funniest thing an official has ever said to you?
I love chit chatting with the refs all game. They're super nice, and then they help you out during the game, so it's awesome. But they always just funny dad jokes, whatever. Sometimes they'll just come and make a random noise by you, and that gets you going. It's pretty funny. All the refs in this league are super nice and everything. So
Yeah, the refs are awesome. There's I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but you do definitely. When you chit chat with them, they're a lot nicer to you, right? If you talk to them a little bit, say hi, even during warm ups, you might get a call going your way if a guy spears you, right? As long as you don't retaliate.
We've given up 3 shorthanded goals this season. We've scored 6. The league leader is Des Moines. They have 7. To also say this, Sioux City has 4 or has scored 6 shorthanded goals. Trey Jeffress has 4 of them.
they're the same way last year. Their PK was very aggressive.
Yeah, but that's besides the point. Fellas, anything you guys want to go ahead and say before we kind of go ahead and get out of here? We know it's a big weekend here at the Icebox on Saturday. It's our Upper Ground Club night. Just another 3-game weekend before we not necessarily slow down, but before we get more to a regular schedule.
Pitter patter, let's get at her.
I like ending on that. Thank you guys for joining the show today. We do really appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and sign off on Outside the Box 93.7 The Ticket. We're back in action again next Tuesday on Outside the Box, but the Stars back in action at the Icebox on Saturday against the Omaha Lancers. Tickets available LincolnStars.com. And again, by the way, in terms of coming to get your tickets, again, you got to go ahead and our winner of our contest, come here to 1040 O Street at 93.7 The Ticket. Get your 4 tickets. We'll see you next week. Outside the Box 93.7 The Ticket. We'll see you next week.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't